Yes.
It sounds like, because this floor is sticky.
It does. It's
It sounded like somebody moving
Yes, absolutely.
around this corner.
I just heard it just now.
I hope Anna's ready, because I'm about to ruin her perfect day. It's time to go. Well, look at you out here with your book and coffee. Hope you're ready for today.
Why?
It's time for another haunted hotel, of course.
Of course it is.
They say a storm's a-comin', a dark and stormy night. There's something living in the mountains, something calling from the skies. I guess one might just say it's a weird and wonderful life. When you share your home with monsters, Mothman, and the Bigfoot too, you'd better watch out where you're going, golly gobbler might get you. You can run, but you can't hide from this weird and wonderful life.
Built as early as 1815 as a private residence, in 1839, the Stockton Tavern, so named for its owners, Aaron and Elizabeth Stockton, began serving visitors traveling down the Kanawha River. Since then, the now Glen Ferris Inn has catered to many of the country's elite, including U.S. Presidents John Tyler, Andrew Jackson, Rutherford B. Hayes, and William McKinley, among other notable visitors. With the inn standing as a major stopping point for both sides during the Civil War, serving as a Union quartermaster's depot, and possibly a makeshift hospital after skirmishes that took place along the river, it comes as no surprise that the Glen Ferris Inn would harbor a very haunted history. But even knowing all of this, we still had no idea the amount of paranormal experiences we'd encounter during our investigation of the inn. It's something that still baffles us to this day, and we can't wait to share the evidence with you later in this episode.
Once we'd arrived at the inn, we're here. The natural beauty of this place overtook us. We absolutely couldn't wait to explore. We checked in at the front desk.
I've got the key.
But nothing could prepare us for our room.
It's so pretty. Look how pretty.
It was freaking massive. Nightstands, a desk, chairs, a big armoire with a TV inside of it, and 2 beds that were super comfy. These beds are so freaking comfy, dude. I'm never getting up. I am now part of the Glen Ferris Inn. I am the one who roams among the halls.
One of the ghosts wears a baseball cap and calls everybody dude.
Yeah, what's up, dude? He drank all the Mountain Dew out of the fountain machine. Dude. Party foul, dude. But then it hit us. Something was not quite right. A feeling grew inside of us. A feeling we could no longer ignore. Something was missing in our lives. Because, you see, the most important meal of your day is breakfast, and it's also the most important meal that the Glen Ferris Inn serves. While they also serve lunch and dinner, this is the meal you don't want to skip at this place. It's far superior to their lunch and dinner offerings. The breakfast room is lovely, and the coffee is absolutely incredible. The coffee here is nuts, man. It's really good.
It's great.
It's like my 3rd cup of coffee since we've been here. I love it. It's so good, in fact, that it may even inspire a song. For your coffee. There is now cream in your coffee. Stirring the cream in my coffee. Going to drink all of this coffee with the cream in it. It should also be noted that the service itself is absolutely wonderful.
So we're sitting down to have breakfast, and we just placed our order. And this is a funny little side note that maybe some of you will get, though. The server, when I ordered the stack of pancakes, the server warned me that they were huge, and so offered to just bring me one because it's the size of the dinner plate.
Yeah.
And I love that kind of thing. I love a server who's willing to like help you out so you don't get overserved.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Overspend.
Overspend. Overeat. Over everything. Like, so. But really, it's just, yeah, you know.
It's a really courteous, nice thing. Professionalism.
Yeah, I love it when that happens. So, thanks, GFI.
And when our order came out, holy moly!
That pancake is bigger than you.
Yeah, it's bigger than my head.
Put your head down to it, babe. Let's get a measurement.
And my French toast, incredible.
That's good French toast, man.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're always leery of getting French toast out
I know.
in public.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that is a super thick, yum pancake. French toast good?
Dude, that's good French toast.
Mm-hmm. That's good pancake.
Yeah. If there's a perfect way to start your day, this is it.
Sweet, sweet pancake.
Cheers.
After making piggies of ourselves, we decided to do a little bit of exploring, but were approached by employees.
So we've barely done more than check in, and tons of employees have already been telling us ghost stories. Like, lots of activity takes place here for sure.
We were even approached by the owner of the inn himself, who shared some alarming pictures with us from his security system. He's a skeptic, even joking that this picture looked like he'd captured Casper the Friendly Ghost. But he still felt as if he'd caught some stuff that was unexplainable, such as this image of what appears to be a man leaning over the railing leading into the dining room after hours. Upon investigation, no one was there. These stories definitely set the tone for the day. We were excited more than ever for our investigation, but it was still early, and we had some exploring to do first. We checked out the inn, both inside and out, upstairs and downstairs, because you never know where dark energy could thrive.
I'm out here getting footage, and then I look up and I see the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Fucking terrifying, dude.
But then again, there's also Steven's energy, and it's pretty much thrives anywhere and everywhere. Eek! It's the ghost of the Glen Ferris Inn.
One of our favorite things about the inn is that Kanawha Falls is within walking distance and is practically attached to the parking lot. Walk down to the visitors area and check it out for a stunning view. I mean, look at this. You know you don't want to miss out on that kind of scenery.
Speaking of stunning views, 4 minutes up the road is Cathedral Falls. It's an absolute must-see. It's no wonder people get married here. It's even beautiful in the winter.
After all of this exploring, it was time to hit up another local spot for some lunch. It is lunchtime and I's be hungry.
Starving.
Are yous be hungry?
I be so hungry.
Well, let's get us some barbecue. Just over a mile away from the Glen Ferris Inn, Grillbillies called to us with their hilariously illustrated advertising. We snagged a burger and a pulled pork sandwich, and then munched down on their delicious down-home offering. This is pretty good. I could eat another one of these. It was a nice, quick stop with fair prices. Definitely a good place to grab a bite on a hot summer day. Plus, it offers a great view of the confluence of the Gauley and New Rivers. And you can play a quick game of cornhole while your food's cooking.
After enjoying our down-home cooking, we were excited to return to the inn. It was nearing the time when we'd finally get to investigate the place we'd been hearing about all day long. We spoke with the owner of the inn as he was about to vacate the premises. He assured us that we would have the run of the place. He would give us full access to go anywhere we wanted for our investigation. It was becoming a reality at this point that as the sun began to fall, our daydreams would now have the opportunity to become night terrors.
While we were preparing for our investigation, we were introduced to the young employee who would be the inn's caretaker for the night. While most know her as Tiara, we've since decided to lovingly refer to her as Midnight Girl. She would even go on to practically become a member of our investigative team for the night, as she showed us around and offered us any requested assistance. She also told us about her multiple encounters with the paranormal while working at the inn, and was kind enough to share some of those with us.
So, my name is Tiara, and I have been working at the Glen Ferris Inn for the last 5 years now. I'm usually the only worker here at night. So basically, I'm here from 10 at night to 6 in the morning. So I'm pretty much the midnight girl. We have had some pretty crazy activity over the last few years. This didn't happen to me, but it actually happened to one of the guests that was staying down the hallway. So she and her friends had stayed the night here, and the next morning I was working over, waiting for my fellow desk clerk to come in to relieve me. Well, her friend comes up to the desk and she's all excited. She's freaking out. She's like, "We had an experience last night." I'm like, "What happened?" And then so she takes me down the hallway. I go up to her friend. I'm like, "Give me the details. Tell me everything." And she said that she felt a cold hand grabbing her foot and lifting it up. I'm like, "No."
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that would be so
Yes.
scary.
The thing is, when people hear about this place being haunted, they think the worst. But that's not what this really is. It's a good haunting. Like, if you see the colonel standing at the end of your bed, he's just watching over you. If you see the lady in white down the hallway, she's probably just wanting to greet you. If you hear kids running about, they just want to play. Like, it's not a bad haunting. You need to hear what happens if you drop the F-bomb in the kitchen. So, the colonel, he doesn't like the F-bomb very much. And the story goes, if you drop the F-bomb in the kitchen, he will break a plate. Literally, you cannot drop the F-bomb back there without something happening. Like, sorry, Colonel, I know how much you don't like it.
Wow. You're totally trying that later, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we can try it.
He's gonna make us do that later, I'm sure.
Oh, you hear that, Colonel? Better get ready.
Brace yourself, lad.
After wrapping up this interview with Tiara, we had a very prominent paranormal experience that occurred in front of the three of us.
Okay, so we're down in the game room. We just finished our interview with Tiara, and we're packing up our gear to go do the rest of our investigation. And I've got the camera cage resting here on the table. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go ahead and actually flip this for us. Hold on. So the camera cage is sitting right here, and I'm packing up this backpack here, talking to Steven and Tiara, and suddenly the camera cage rocks back and forth
Like that,
enough
though,
to
like...
where, right, heavily, and it starts knocking the giant checker. So we have been standing here trying to recreate it by bumping the table.
Yeah.
Can you give it a good bang for us, Steven? And nothing.
But like, and we even pressed on it, and it's like,
And it stops rocking right away.
yeah, I mean, it's, but
Falls
this,
to the side or whatever. This
this
rocked.
went like this because it kept banging the checkers.
Yeah. It rocked back and forth like a rocking chair.
Yeah.
And we don't... Did you see it? Hear it? See it? Anything, Tira, when it happened?
I saw it kind of like rock. It's just like, did one of us bump into it?
Okay, so
all three witness. We have no idea what happened.
Yeah, like I was over here with the tripod.
Yep.
You were where you're at, and Tiara's where she's at.
Yep.
Like, it literally did it in the middle of us.
Yeah. We were talking about where we were going to go investigate and... Right?
Yeah, we were talking about the kitchen.
We were talking about the kitchen and how active the kitchen is and how scary some people think the kitchen is, and then that happened.
Yeah, crazy.
Speaking of crazy.
All right.
Little did we know, this would set the tempo for the rest of the night and our impending investigation.
All right, ready for this investigation?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Down, man.
The Colonel is, without a doubt, the most famous of the inn's spectral inhabitants. Described as having a long beard and dressed either in a soldier's uniform or 19th century gentleman's clothing, he is most likely the spirit of the long-ago owner, Aaron Stockton. Though he served in the War of 1812, his honorific as the Colonel would have come from the locals, as it was a popular nickname at the time for publicans and innkeepers. It's said that he is most active in the kitchen, and some of the staff believe he's a playful spirit. But we were warned to watch our tongues. The Colonel will not put up with any foul language in his kitchen, and he doesn't mind showing you who he still thinks is boss.
All right, you ready to go into the dining room?
I guess.
We've been talking about it all night.
Yeah.
Your first experience.
Yep. Into the deep dark. Into the deep dark we must go.
We started off in the dining room, which is spooky with all of the lights off, but nothing ultimately occurred within this room. Instead, the foreboding presence of the kitchen, which the dining room leads into, is what had us on edge.
I'm nervous to go back there. I'm nervous to go in there.
The kitchen is almost like its own entity, with its own aura surrounding it. You can feel the energy emanating from it, even when you're not near it. Still, this was our next location. After some discussion, I decided I would step into the kitchen for a brief moment by myself and describe to the camera what it feels like. And this moment would mark our first paranormal experience of many in this area. Oh God, it's over for me. I can tell by the way Anna is smiling at me.
So long, sucker.
You're looking over your shoulder because you know. Dude, I totally just heard something down there too. I moved just a little deeper into the kitchen and, sure enough, encountered another experience. It's like you're not alone the whole time. Like you can just hear things like banging almost, like clanging or something. Alright, I did it. I survived. Now I gotta go get Anna and we're gonna do a full walkthrough of the kitchen. Let's see how she likes it. Them's apples, baby. Now it was time for our full investigation. Okay, so we're gonna do a full walkthrough of the kitchen. And this place is nuts. We're already hearing noises and stuff in here.
Yeah. We've been standing here getting our cameras ready and
Yeah.
hearing all kinds of fun noises from this side of the...
But apparently, if you drop the F-bomb in the kitchen, the Colonel does not take too kindly to that type of language.
No.
So you're gonna have to drop the F-bomb, babe. I mean, there's no way around this.
F***.
Oh my God. It's saved it for the kitchen you found.
This is why he loves me.
And I was totally expecting you to tell me to sleep, but hey, if you'll do it for us, I mean,
Well, now that I'm beside you, I'm like, I have all kinds of courage, right? Steven's my courage.
don't worry, babe. You can go first.
Making him hold my hand. Ready?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
He goes first.
With both of our cameras recording, we made our way into the kitchen. Before we could even make it to the food prep tables, we were already encountering paranormal activity. When I came in here alone, this is about as... I made it to there.
Yes, yes. Yes.
It sounds like, because this floor is sticky.
It does. It's
It sounded
footsteps.
like somebody moving
Yes, absolutely.
around this corner.
I just heard it just now. Okay, yes, I hear that. Oh my god. Alright, so.
Oh my god, man. Look at that.
Oh, the hairs on his arms are standing up.
As we ventured deeper into the kitchen, things only became more active.
I totally heard that. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm really freaking out.
But this was just the beginning. Do you see there's a farm room back there?
What was that? What was that? What was that?
What was that?
Oh my god, like it's like all around
Okay.
us, like it's moving, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and it's so dark behind us. We're gonna have to get Tiara and
I know. Make her be brave for us.
Okay, so that's important to note. So Tiara is the only employee here right now,
yeah,
and she is manning the front desk.
yeah.
So she's on the other side of the building. So, and we left her there. And the only way to get where we are is the way we came. So she's back there. We're here. So it's not her. It's not her. There's nobody else here.
It was almost as if we were being lured deeper into the kitchen, deeper into the investigation, and it was toying with us. What the was that? Oh my god, I just dropped the F-bomb. We definitely feel like dropping the F-bomb led to this next bit of evidence we captured only a few seconds later. Listen closely. To brighten it up a little bit in here.
Okay.
It sends chills up our spines now knowing how close this entity must have been to us for us to be able to capture its breath with our microphones. As we continued our investigation, this spirit continued to showcase its ability to manipulate its environment.
Yeah.
And then now that we're coming... What was that?
I don't know what that was.
That was like a latch on something, didn't it?
It did. It sounded like a latch.
Like on a trunk being flipped up or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
With the overwhelming amount of audible evidence we've collected thus far, you, like us, are probably wondering how this spirit could possibly escalate things from here. Well, only a few seconds later, we'd get our answer, when we believe the entity made physical contact with us. Did you just feel like cold air?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like it would. I didn't feel it like on my left side. I felt it on my right.
Felt it on my right arm.
I felt it on my right.
Just as I moved to switch arms. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
Just as you moved to switch arms, so your blood would theoretically be going back down to your fingers, so your arms should get warmer.
Warmer. But it got cold.
But it got colder.
Yeah. But I did,
What?
because of the movement, I didn't think anything of it until you said it. And I was like, but I did notice, like, my arm got significantly
And it's
colder.
my left arm that's closest to your right arm.
Yes.
But it was my right arm that got cold.
It's just weird.
It's crazy to think we didn't flee the area immediately. But instead, we made our way deeper into the kitchen, moving into the pantry where Anna had an alarming sensation come over her.
I'm having the creepiest feeling. I feel like something is going to reach out and grab my leg, oddly enough.
Oh my god, that's what Tiara said.
What? When? What?
Remember, like that one dude? She said, her woman told her that if somebody was trying to like reach out and grab her foot and lift it off the ground.
Okay. Because I was, the only thing I thought of is the way you feel.
Like as a little kid before you get into bed.
The way I still feel
Oh,
when I come back to bed after getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom.
yeah.
always in the middle of the night, like pitch black. That's how I feel. It's like something's gonna grab my leg. That's how I feel right now.
It's debilitating to continue an investigation while this feeling crawls up your spine. But we still had to conduct the F-bomb test.
So I'm gonna stand here,
Okay.
and this is where I'll drop the intentional
Okay.
F-bomb.
All right. We're gonna watch you do it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold on to you while you do it. Okay.
Don't worry, I won't subject you to obscenities, and it's safe to say the Colonel wasn't interested either, as we didn't solicit a response. We then proceeded to wrap up our investigation of the kitchen.
Like, and it does immediately feel like somebody's standing behind you. Like, immediately feels like
Absolutely.
somebody's standing behind
Yeah,
you.
that's what I said. Like, once you go in, like, it's creepy as hell because you feel like something is in there.
Yeah.
So you're watching farther down.
Right?
But then as soon as you start moving farther
I was-
you want another set of eyes in the back of your head because it's like something's, something's
That's it,
behind you,
exactly.
too.
I was.
One of the specters commonly encountered at the Glen Ferris Inn is the Lady in White. Whether she's Elizabeth Stockton or some other resident or employee of the inn is unknown, but she is said to walk the halls late at night and is sometimes seen walking from room to room, as if checking on the occupants.
We then decided specifically to set out for the Lady in White. Hearing she's frequently spotted in the hallway, we thought it would be a good idea to investigate the area. We didn't conduct an EVP session as we didn't want to disrupt anyone's sleep, and we didn't encounter any apparitions or anomalies.
It's been said that spirit children haunt the inn as well. Visitors claim to hear children's laughter, but when they go looking for the source, they find themselves alone. Members of the staff say that the sound of a ball bouncing down the stairs to the front desk is a common occurrence. The children also seem to enjoy playing with the checkers set in the inn's main lobby. We were unable to find any claims of children being lost on the property, so perhaps these are just echoes of the many children who were born and grew up on the property.
We then moved on to investigating the stairs and conducted an EVP session here.
Would you like to play with us?
While conducting the session, we could hear noises coming from behind us, from the kitchen area. This drew Anna to step away, trying to find the source, while I continued the EVP session.
And before that, it was nothing. What's your name?
It's absolutely back here. Steven.
Like back in the
It legitimately just fucking stopped as soon as you got over here. And I have it all. It was really loud, really loud. And it stopped as soon as you stopped right there. Like, this is where Steven is now. He was in the other room.
I took this as a sign. Something was luring us back into the kitchen. It wanted us there. So, we investigated the kitchen again, conducting more EVP sessions. However, nothing could prepare us for what we saw while reviewing this footage.
If you look closely through Steven's camera while we're in the kitchen, you can see some sort of figure watching us during our investigation. After having some time to think about this, we can't help but wonder if this is the same spirit the owner caught on his security camera.
Shortly after this, we felt complete with our investigation and retired for the night. It wouldn't be until later, when we had the chance to review all of this footage, that we'd understand the true extent of what we'd captured that night, and just how closely we were connected with the world beyond our own.
So it's about that time for bed, and I just wanted to comment on these rooms and say that they're super spacious, super comfortable, and super cozy. Like, it feels like, I really noticed it when I was starting to settle into bed, that it really feels like this could be a part of your own home.
That's very cozy and clean.
Very cozy, very clean. Thank you, Trudy.
Thankfully, we had a wonderful night's
Okay,
sleep.
so we're about to head out after a pretty peaceful night's sleep. No ghostly children jumping on the bed. Thanks for that story, Dan.
No colonel standing at the edge of the bed watching over us.
But before we get out of here, we do have some unfinished business.
We have to check out?
We did one last walkthrough of the inn, just to take in this lovely piece of history one last time, before we would say goodbye.
I got nothing else. We're done.
They say a storm's a-comin', a dark and stormy night. There's something living in the mountains, something calling from the skies. I guess one might just say it's a weird and wonderful life. When you share your home with monsters, Mothman, and the Bigfoot too, you'd better watch out where you're going, golly gobbler might get you. You can run, but you can't hide from this weird and wonderful life.